Hey, friends, I'm guessing that you clicked this blog because you, like me, are a fan of Lost. And like millions of people did on Sunday night, you sat down like I did with a group of friends to watch the finale. I have intentionally abstained from watching a bunch of people's reactions to the finale. I have not been on a lot of blogs. I have not paid much attention to different links and articles of what other people have said and what's being theorized, because I truly planned all along to sit down and develop in my mind a unique view and take on the show. And I wanted to share that with you because I know just from doing this blog for a while now that many of you, like me, like this show. You like talking about this show. You like the implications of this show. And so what I do know for sure is that it seemed like people were about 50-50 on the finale. It seemed like people were either completely dissatisfied or completely satisfied. And I have to tell you up front that I was completely satisfied with the finale. Now, like many of you, I did not get all the answers I wanted. I thought that certain things were going to happen in the finale. I wanted answers about certain things on the show. I thought Aaron was going to play a more pivotal role. I thought maybe John Locke, the real John Locke, not Smokey, Smoke Monster John Locke, was going to come back to life. I thought he would play a significant role. I thought we'd find out a little bit more about the others. I had a lot of the same frustrations with not getting the answers that I wanted to get as you did. But here's why I was satisfied with the show. I've had a lot of faith in the writers from day one, and my faith is increased tenfold after the finale. And the reason for that is because we wanted answers to this show. And you know what? We want answers in life too. We want answers about the things that we believe are significant and important. And just like in life, the writers of this show were able to remind us that sometimes the things we think we need the answers for, the things that we place a lot of significance in, the situations that we believe are pivotal, when we really look back, we realize they really weren't that big of a deal. And that at the end of the day, what really matters in our life is purpose, redemption, love, and faith. I believe those four elements really made up this show from start to finish. And I believe that it was executed almost flawlessly with the finale. We saw a character in Jack, and I believe more than ever that the show truly was about Jack and his character. I know that some of us thought that early on, and then you kind of go back and forth and you wonder who the show's really about, and maybe it's about everybody. I really believe that the show at its core was about Jack. Jack showed up on the island. He was broken. He wanted desperately to find redemption for the mistakes, the things he'd screwed up in his life. He wanted purpose. This was a man who had it all but had no purpose, no sense of direction in his life. He realized that he was turning into the very person he hated in his father. He'd messed up on love and on his relationships in life, and we saw a person that wanted a second chance at that. And we saw a person that had no faith, a man of science turn into a person of faith, a person that believed in a higher power and a higher authority guiding his life, giving him redemption, giving him purpose, and helping him to find love. Jack found all of these things, as did every character on the show that we came in contact with. All of them were broken. All of them were messed up, just like many of us. And yet at the end of the day, as they put all the significance and all these ideas and all these things going on around them, just like we need to be reminded in our own life, when we strip all that away, if we don't have the purpose, if we don't have the redemption, if we don't have the love and the faith guiding us in our lives, then all the other things are kind of pointless. And even if we know the answers to all the other things, they're just not as significant as these four things. So that's what I took away from the show. I could go on for days talking about what the island, what I think it really represented, other storylines that were weaved into the show that I think were significant, the difference between the smoke and the light and all these things. But I wanted to just give you a gist, my heart and my take on this. I hope it's not something you've heard elsewhere, and I hope that maybe it gives you a new take on it. And for those of you that didn't like the ending, I hope maybe to shed some light on it and gives you a little bit more clarity. I'm going to miss this show. I know many of you will too, but I truly believe it was a show motivated by faith, and that's what I'll take away from this show, man. I love it. It changed the face of television. I will always be a fan. I can't wait to get the DVDs and hear the director's take, because I'll be interested to see if any of the things I just said line up with what they said. And the beautiful thing about Lost, we don't all have to agree. I think they wanted us to create our own ending. Many of us did that. So blessings as we leave. Live together, die alone.